As a fellow late diagnosed autist, I related to this a lot. The grieving is real, the process is valid. It's just, I wanted to add a little bit more from something that I recently learned. And that's being in community with other autists, especially people who've known they're autistic for most of their lives. Hearing their stories and understanding the historical context of what they've been through really puts into perspective all of the could've, would've, should've situations that I run through in my own head. Because in the 80s and 70s and earlier on, even basically until today, it was extremely dangerous for a person of color to be diagnosed as autistic, or really any autist. What I'm trying to get at is the people that I'm listening to now who have been in part of the community since before we came on the scene have already been having these conversations, have had a lot of experiences, both positive and negative. And it really puts into context that there is so much more that we are grieving that is probably something, it's almost like when you're grieving a life that you never got to live, regardless of diagnosis or whatever it may be. Like for me, for example, being a singer, like that's something that I thought that would happen for me and it didn't happen. And I had to let that go, let that dream go. I mean, I still sing and I still enjoy it, and my life is I'm very happy with the life that I have right now, but that doesn't mean that I didn't grieve that. But being in community with other people who did have what you think you wanted, what you think you thought you should have had or could have had, helps with this grieving process. The more I come into community with autistic people, the more I know that I don't know about the things that are happening or have happened. There's so much to learn. But it makes that grieving process a little easier because now I'm not comparing myself to what my life could have been, but really appreciating the very unique life that I've lived. And that story and that path gives you a very unique set of understanding and skills that are going to help you and others when you share your story, when you move through life. So not to discount anything or anybody's grieving process, because everybody grieves differently, but just trying to give a little bit more perspective from something that I've recently learned myself.